All right, guys, welcome back to Pharaoh's Full Draw. Today we're going to be talking about a few early season bow hunting tips. This is Preston, Scout, a few of my buddies. We're going to throw you a couple of ideas, a couple of tips, what we like to do early bow season. First thing I like to do early season, I like putting out mineral sight, just kind of getting pictures, deer, seeing what we got, what we're going to hunt, see if there's any bucks or does or what's moving through the area.
Basically what we like to do is pretty much we like to get a good overview of our layout of where we're going to be hunting and the paths that the deer like to travel.
So that could be like the way we do it. I'm sure they do it the same way. Is you'll walk in the woods till you find a deer trail, walk out that trail, and just see how much it's been used. Follow it both ways. If you follow it one way and it kind of fades out, turn the opposite way and follow it the other way. It may lead into another trail, or it may split off into two or three trails. But typically, if it splits off into two or three trails, that's where I'd want to be, just because I feel like there's going to be more deer coming filtering into that one trail. Another thing we like to do, we've all been shooting today. I started early May, started shooting my bow, just making sure everything's tuned up, sighted in, making sure my groups is good. It's so hot out here. And all that good mess. I think Preston started in June, so we're all trying to get sighted in, make sure we're shooting good, so we can make some good shots this year. Another thing you can do is you can use trail cameras. I personally just use the ones you put the card in, leave them there for a month or two, and then pick them up. These guys run the cell cameras. Pretty good. It gives you a real good idea of what's coming through. You can use it on a mineral site, or if you're allowed to pour corn out where you're at, you can pour some corn out and just see what's in the area. Gives you a good idea on bachelor bucks. A lot of times, right now, they're all going to be running together until, I don't know, last part of September, first part of October, I guess. They'll be splitting off a little bit then. You can definitely put trail cameras out there. It'll help you out a lot. Anything else, y'all?
The main reason we like to run cell cams is kind of because we hunt on the mountain and just the walk is kind of rough, especially during the warm seasons because the ticks and things like that. But if you are in a position where you can retrieve your cameras easy, go the cheaper route. They work just as good. Only thing is you got to go get the card.
Yeah, that's another rough thing too. Is the reason the cell camera is good is you get less scent in the woods throughout the scouting time. So if you got to go get your card, I would wait. I wouldn't go in there every week and get it. At least wait, 2 or 3 weeks to go get it. That way your scent's not in there a whole lot, because bigger bucks will pick up on that, and they do know what you're doing. And if you are going to get trail cameras, cards, and hanging them up and all that, everybody knows that cobwebs, spider webs, all that junk is in the woods, and you walk through them and get a face full of it. So if you're like me, you get a stick and you walk through the woods doing circles, and then when you get to where you're going, you throw your stick down. Well, that's another thing. Deers do pick up on that. They know that you've been there. So carry your stick back out with you. It's a good pointer. Just carry it back out to your truck or wherever you're going and throw it out there. That way there's less scent in the woods. Another pointer is shooting lanes. So we'll start getting closer to the seasons. Make sure you cut out some shooting lanes. Get in your tree stand. Make sure your straps, if you've already hung it, make sure your straps is hung or tight. They ain't no squirrels chewed them up or anything like that, because that'd be a rough go.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't got to stand in the woods right now, mainly because I'm lazy, but I like just pulling mine out at the end of the year. And most of the time, my first hunt is when I'll take my saddle in with me. I saddle hunt a lot, so I'll take it in with me as I go and just hang everything. And if I plan on leaving it there, I can do that, or I can pack it back out with me.
A lot of times we like to follow our water sources. So when we're up on the mountain, we follow the creek until it gets to the clearer part of the creek. And actually, this year we're trying something a little new. We've kind of dammed it up and made a little water land in hopes that it will give us more opportunity to have the deer there. And because there's always water for them if they're around that area, so they really have no reason to leave if they have plenty of food around.
I don't have a water source. I don't have a water source, so I'm going to try to hunt some white oaks that I know that drop pretty good. Sometimes they skip a year or whatnot, but this year I think I'm just going to try to hug those water sources. I got the camera out, and there seem to be a lot of deer moving through there, or not water sources. See, that's a blooper. The feed trees. Got the camera out, and they seem to be coming through there anyways. So I'm assuming with the white oaks, if they start dropping good, they'll probably be around there too. So that's what I'm going to try to do this year. What about cover scent? You use cover scent?
Do. I use the straight, just the Tractor Supply brand scent killer.
I use Apple.
All right, so I use the cover scent. I use pretty much anything you can pick up at Walmart. I don't. There's not a certain kind that I go with. I do think it does work some, but I'm not a real big cover scent guy. I think if you play the wind, you got the wind blowing in your face away from the deer, you really don't even need cover scent, to be honest. But I don't know what you think about that. But what do you think, Preston? What do you think about cover scent?
I think that it definitely plays a factor, yes. A lot of times I do like to keep my hunting clothes completely separated from all of my other clothes due to the fact that lavender drives deer away. They don't like the smell of lavender. So if your other clothes have any sort of softeners on them, most time they do have a lavender scent to them, and the deer won't come near it.
I mean, because it puts them to sleep, right? No, that's a good point there. I guess I did not know that actually. So
I looked it up last year.
that's a new one on me. So y'all don't wear lavender, I guess. More things. I guess more tips and stuff. Get a good route going in. Make sure you're not walking right through the middle of a bedding area when you go into getting your stand, or try to have a different way out too. So I think sometimes we all get caught up on going the same way out as you go in. I don't know that it does help, but I always try to have a second way out, just to kind of break it up a little bit. Like the place that I'm hunting now, I go in and I walk up. It's got a couple of drainage ditches. So when I go in, I walk up the very first drainage ditch I come to, and it shoots up the hill. When I come back out, I'm gonna go to the second drainage ditch. It kind of loops around closer to the truck. Try to get out that way, just kind of break up where I'm coming in or going out. More tips? Anybody got anything else? Nothing?
Be sure you always have a lane cleared.
We just talked about that.
That's all right. Go ahead.
So, actually, we don't really fully open up paths. We like to keep some cover. That way, if worse comes to worse and you have to move, you do have a little bit of leniency.
Yeah, that's a good point. You don't want to take all of your cover. So when you're cutting out your shooting lanes, if you can leave a little bit, it's definitely going to help you out a lot, especially if the deer you're hunting is pressured. I think around here about all the deer that we hunt is going to be pressured at some point somewhere. A lot of people here hunt, so it's kind of one of those things you want to use every advantage that you can to get them in close. So I always like a good back cover. So if most of the time how I do that is I'll take somebody with me like Preston, maybe Scout, and I'll get him to stand on the ground and look up and make sure there's trees behind me where I kind of blend into that, not just the tree that I'm in. I want trees behind me to use as back cover also. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. If there's anything you want us to cover, leave us a comment and we'll see what we can do. As always, thanks for being here. Draw back, hunt true. and live full.